Hey, friends, welcome back to Sermon Notes. I'm Amy Jo Girardier, and we have our regular co-host with us.
Hey, everybody. My name's Garrett Gregory, and this guy is...
Matt Pearson.
He just woke up. Matt is the campus and teaching pastor at the church at West Franklin, correct?
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a good spot.
It is. Love it.
Did you say Lubbock?
Love it.
Love it. So I say West Texas.
Not
but
Lubbock.
You said love it.
Yeah. Are you making fun of my way enunciate things?
We're off and running. This is Matt, and
This is gonna be so good.
This text in Acts 3 has been fantastic. So I'm going to throw a true or false. Is that okay?
Oh, I love it.
True or false, Matt?
Okay.
Really quick. People need to see the gospel before they can hear the gospel. True or false?
True.
Explain. You got to hear it before they can see it. Why or why not?
Don't have to.
Are you
But-
backtracking right now?
A bit,
Okay.
but can.
That's okay. You can do that.
Based off the text yesterday, and of course I've heard Pastor Mike talk about this a lot, the way into someone's life to be able to earn the right to share the gospel, so to speak, is through ministry first.
Yes, sir.
Show them the love of Christ. Show them you run to the mess, and then minister to the mess in any way that you can. And in that process, as a result of that, God opens doors to share the gospel. Yeah.
So
So
it can't
I would
be
say true for the most part.
for the most part.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah. I'm glad.
It's not that I'm just asking.
Okay. Yeah.
You see it in the text yesterday.
You do see it in the text yesterday.
You see the guy that's been sitting for a long time getting the alms in front of the gate. And, Peter and John, the classic coffee cup, what I don't have, what I have, I give you.
Mm-hmm.
And
What's
then
a coffee cup have to do with that?
it's one of those verses
It's a
I
great
want to say
coffee
you would
shop
see in
down
an
the road from
antique
me.
store. Like one of those classic coffee cup verses of silver or gold I don't
I
have,
got
but
you.
what I have I give you.
I got you.
Just one of those
I thought
verses
you meant
know
like
well.
the guy was holding the coffee
Yeah.
cup.
Maybe he was.
He might have been.
What would they collect the alms in? I don't know.
I don't know. May have been a coffee cup. There may have been a Holy Grounds coffee shop.
I didn't see it in the passage.
No.
But
It wasn't in
Let
the
me say
ESV.
something about that, though, Garrett, because, Josh Lynn preached for me yesterday, did a fantastic job. I don't know what approach Mike took with this, but Peter was very quick to not say, here's how you can be healed this way too, but Jesus. Very quick to go the gospel. And I love the balance between, because there's some ministries that say all you do is minister. Don't ever share the gospel, just show the gospel. And there's others say, well, you don't need to do anything about don't worry about the social issues or the felt needs, just preach the gospel. And I love the way the passage just balanced that.
Yep.
I think it's important. Yes, there is a huge need for meeting people where they are, felt needs if you want to call it that. But if you stop there, then you really hadn't helped them. And if you just preach the gospel without ministering to them, then you really show that you don't care about them, but about making sure you get your agenda across.
Yeah.
it's good. Mike was talking about a couple things that he was saying. He said that, here was this beggar that everybody knew. He was part of the fabric of the society.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he was healed, that it was disruptive, and so talking about in church, a lot of times we're not expecting God to heal the wrong people, right? And so I thought that was a good way to kind of cover that. So
I think sometimes I think healing can be in small ways too. I think you see throughout Scripture these miraculous healings that happen in the Gospels and even in our day and age today. But, we were laughing about, like, even this morning, I was frustrated with the leg, and I was like, Lord, you did this in this story with him. Would you do it now? And obviously, I'm not walking yet, so that has not happened. But what I have noticed is in my visits to whatever restaurant or to physical therapy or whatever that looks like, those conversations automatically come up. Hey, what do you do? How'd you do this? What does that look like? And so these mini conversations in the margins are maybe exactly what maybe the Lord had in store. And so as
Maybe
I
if you
walk
start
through
carrying a coffee cup.
Well, yeah, or
Just
sit at door G, you know.
collect alms, just put out the mat. But I think
Why are
I
you
think
making fun of my name?
excuse me.
Matt. Did you know when I got home from the hospital as a baby, there was a cake that said, "Welcome, Matt"? True story. True story. I've seen pictures.
How did they spell your name?
Double T. Okay. Yeah. I'm so sorry, Garrett.
No, I have no idea what I was talking about. So whatever works is great.
I'm sorry. That's my fault.
Welcome, Matt.
You know what, though? That's a great segue to what I want to have us talk about.
Mm-hmm.
The church at West Franklin does put out a welcome mat, really, for the gospel. How do you see that?
That's a fantastic segue.
How do you see that happening?
How West Franklin throws out the gospel?
Yeah. What's your vision look like for West Franklin to show the gospel to the surrounding community? Really, your welcome mat strategy.
My vision, it's adjusting.
Okay.
And let me explain what I mean by that.
Yeah.
I've known this ever since I got here, but it's really began to impress on me. The Spirit, I hope it's the Spirit, began to impress on me, burden me a little bit more with our physical location. If you know where the Church of West Franklin sits, we're on Highway 96, New Highway 96 West, halfway between downtown Franklin and West Haven.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about that, if you know anything about that area and where our campus sits, we are literally right between what I call bougie Kroger and dirty Kroger.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Bougie Kroger is in West Haven,
Haven, yeah.
which I love. I go there often. And then there's a dirty Kroger. They call it Dirty Kroger behind West Franklin. I forget. It's across the street from a cemetery. There's some low-income apartments back in that area. And so I just don't think it's an accident that we sit between those two areas. We sit between Spencer Hall and Natchez Street. We sit between the Madison Apartments and West Haven, and there's other neighborhoods similar. And so it's like, okay, what does the kingdom of Christ look like there? How, and I don't think it's just the rich helping the poor or the white people rescuing the black people. I don't think it's that. We need to help in any way that we can. I'm not taking that away. And by the way, I say we, I mean our campus is predominantly middle upper class white folks. Yeah. I think we can learn what faith really looks like from those that don't have much. There's verses in James, 1 Timothy 6, even some verses that Jesus gives in the Gospels that tend to demonstrate and say even, God chooses the poor to demonstrate faith for us. That's in James 2. I'm sorry, I don't know the direct address off that. And so it's not so much, God's showing me that it's not so much they, I'm using that term loosely, need us, but we need them to learn. There's a ministry that I'm real excited about at West Franklin that we're a part of called, there's a house called Oak Cottage for Women. And the purpose of the ministry is to take ladies that have been incarcerated that are about to get released from prison and have a place for them to go 6 months to get back on their feet. Well, about 8 or 10 have been coming to our campus, and we've been doing some stuff with him. But about 8 or 10 of the ladies from the house have been coming to West Franklin for the past several years. And the more I spend time with them, the more I'm like, I don't think I have a clue what being rescued looks like. Right. But these ladies know physically and spiritually what it means to be rescued. And I'm learning about the faith from these ladies. Yeah. And so I say my vision's changing in the sense of there is a unique opportunity for us together to demonstrate what the kingdom of Christ looks like. It's wet cement. I haven't pieced it together, but it's something I'm kind of wrestling with. Does that make sense?
It does.
How many years you been at the Frank now?
Just over 8.
How is your vision that you just unpacked in year 8? Is it much different than when you first came in year 1? Vastly different? Does it change throughout the years? Was comparatively year 1 to year 8?
Year 1, I don't know what planet I was on. One thing I've told a lot of folks is, I've moved to different churches before, and I knew it was going to take a while to learn that church. One thing I didn't factor in was that I was not only going to have to learn West Franklin, but learn Brentwood Baptist. Mm-hmm. And I did not factor in that learning
2 different
curve.
places.
Yeah. And so it took quite some time. And I still hadn't figured out West Franklin by any stretch. Everybody with COVID happening, everything changed. Yeah. Then we had renovations right after COVID. Some people left. A lot of new people started to come. And we're like, who are we? Mm-hmm. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yep.
So I don't even know if I had a clear vision at all. First couple of years, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you shared a little bit about Oak Cottage for Women. I had not heard that. What other ministries are getting you excited about things that are happening at West Franklin?
Well, that's a biggie. Another is Josh. He's our missions minister. Offered English as a second language training.
Okay.
I want to start that ministry. We had over a dozen show up to be trained for that, and we haven't even put out the dates of when we're going to be offering it, but we've already put out registration on the website, and 30 have already registered, not even knowing when it's going to be. And so I'm super excited about that. I think that'll be a unique thing, an opportunity for us. So far this year, we've had almost 30 either be voted in as members or be a part of a Discover class. Wow. And for us, a church our size, that's just a big deal. Yeah. This month, we're going to see 3 adults baptized, which again for West Franklin is a big deal. And so there's just I love those kinds of things. We've this month in Acts, we've been stressing, the incredible, remarkable, wonderful comms team that we have at Brentwood Baptist put out this Neighbors and Nations guide for all the mission journeys. So we've been emphasizing that a lot this month. And Josh has shared recently he's seen more traction, more questions, more conversations about going on mission journeys than since the time he's been here. Okay. And so that's some excitement there too.
So good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
and one more thing real quick.
Let's go.
Kirsten Wolf, my administrative assistant, spearheading some women's ministry at West Franklin. And gosh, these ladies, they're getting it. I mean, they're meeting every week on stuff. They get together for, tea and crumpets or whatever y'all do. And
yeah, all the time.
And call, whatever. And there's just tons of energy going on there, and all generations. Anyway, I'm just when I think about
tea and
that,
crumpets is our code word.
Is it?
Because we don't think that you'll dig into it. So it's really some heavy duty stuff.
I thought Wimbledon when you said tea and crumpets.
Did you?
I immediately went British.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, more like pettifoes or something.
Those little bitty treats.
Yeah. Chicken salad sandwiches or something.
It's real.
Yeah, it is.
They're real.
When you cut in triangles and you take the crust off,
It doesn't make chicken salad any better, though.
I love chicken salad.
I can't do it, y'all.
I love chicken salad. I don't like...
it's the mayonnaise-based stuff. I just have to steer clear.
Because you're against mayonnaise?
Profoundly.
Yeah.
85 to 90% of the time I am.
Okay.
But chicken
Except
salad...
when it's a chicken salad, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't...
Do you get a chicken salad chick? Have you...
I have. Are you judging me right
Thumbs
now?
up, thumbs down. Thumbs up? Okay, no judgment
Double
here.
thumbs up.
Okay, fair enough.
The buffalo chicken one? Oh.
It's right down there. There's one next to that Waldo's chicken right down there. It's really good.
Where?
Chicken salad chick on Carruthers.
Oh, in Carruthers. Yeah, there's a
On the way to
Waldo's. There's a Waldo's close to our campus.
I've
Is
been
there
to
really?
that one.
Yeah.
I have. That was my first Waldo's
I've never had the
experience.
chicken, but it's chicken and beer.
Is it?
I'm kidding.
I've had the chicken.
Oh my goodness. My goodness.
How
I'm kidding.
Enter smooth transition
really-
here.
Yes.
uh-huh.
I don't have any welcome mat jokes.
We're fresh out. That's good. How do we, for folks that are left online right now, that we have, how,
just one person.
Hello, how can we pray for the Church of West Franklin? Is there maybe 3 tangible things if we're going to ask folks to pray specifically for the Church of West Franklin? What are 3 ways you want us to pray for you?
Good grief.
Yeah, that's a lot of ways.
You're welcome.
No, thank you. Thank you. I love that. I don't want to waste it. I long for the people at the Church of West Franklin to see them the way God sees them. I really desire that. I pray for that. I want to help them with that. I think that'd be as you all know, game-changing for their lives, for the way they lead their lives. If we see ourselves the way God sees us. That's 1. 2, this study with Acts. And it seems like, sometimes when you read something in the Bible, it's like, and God's doing something in your life. You see it everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't even really know how to articulate this, but one of the things I'm learning from Acts and other places in Scripture is when God moved, it wasn't an individual thing. It was when they were together. It was when they were grouped together, a body. And I feel like the way I've pastored, the way I've lived has been more of what's God going to do to Matt? And there is an individual, though. I don't want to tell you anything. But I long for us to be a body of believers who experience God together. I don't mean to sound all Henry Blackaby, but I'll respect Henry Blackaby. But there's something about it that I don't think we've tapped into. It's been, what is God doing in your heart? What are your individual next steps, rather than what is God doing amongst us as a people? So that'd be the second thing. What's the third? Oh. Health as a team.
Your staff.
Yeah. We are, I think, on the verge of seeing some really unique God things, and don't want any distractions from that. And I want us, not that we're not, I want us in lockstep. I don't want the enemy to have a foothold there.
That's good.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. Thank you for asking.
Sure.
Yeah. What else?
That is a great question.
I think we're good. I'm out of my questions for
I was going to say that was the last one. I have some other things, but I like to end on that.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for us? Just kidding.
There's probably too many to list.
There's a lot of questions, but I'll spare our listeners,
Fair
our
enough.
viewers.
Listeners, if you're there, hit the subscribe button. That's found
Smash
somewhere on. Just hit it somewhere on your screen. Follow along this journey with us. We'll be back next week with another episode of Sermon Notes. Thanks, Matt, for joining us.
Yeah,
thanks, AJ.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next week.